Very lucky to have them, Ange. I was very proud to be there with them this week.
Yeah, it was a lovely story. Yeah. Thanks so much, Maddie. It might be the most wonderful time of the year, but it can also be the most expensive. From presents to food and even decorations, Christmas can deliver a blow to your bank balance. But some retailers have come up with ways to get into the festive spirit on a budget.
'Tis almost the season and Christmas shoppers need to be savvy to avoid the cost of living squeeze.
I tend to try and get in early so I can plan ahead.
Major retailers are decked out. At Big W, there's a taste for trinkets like Lamington and Vegemite ornaments under $15.
That you can pop on the tree just to make Christmas feel a little bit more Australian.
For under $100, here's how you can fill up at the cheapest retailer, Kmart. Baubles and bonbons for just $10 a box.
They're great quality, they're great value, and of course they're at exceptionally low prices.
Budget-friendly buys at Target, stockings for $15, small Santas for $6. While at Bunnings, your trolley will be lighter. It's about quality over quantity. Christmas in the yard.
You just know that you can trust the quality, and yeah, they're going to be good for this year and for many more years to come.
Lay-by is a potential way to pay, and don't forget about the benefits from membership rewards.
It's been a difficult year for all families right across Australia, and we're really conscious of that.
Other ways to save include making your own decorations, using items from the arts and crafts aisle, or considering something a little more non-traditional.
Like this artificial snow for $3, a twig stem for $7. Proving a decorative dollar can go a long way. Angelique Opie, 7 News.
Amber is back now with the forecast. Amber, how's it looking tomorrow?
Much cooler, thankfully, Angela, with daytime temperatures set to dip more than 10 degrees, but we do have some wind warnings in place. All the details next.
Tonight's 7 News headlines. The Central Coast has been smashed by an intense storm, ripping roofs off homes and businesses at Long Jetty. Temperatures have soared past 40 degrees right across Sydney, proving a real test for paramedics and power companies. The Prime Minister plans to scale back migration, including a crackdown on immigration rorts and exploitation. And emergency crews say it's a miracle no one was seriously injured when a bus and car collided at Plumpton. Now, here's Amber with Sydney's weather. Amber.
Thank you, Angela. Well, it's looking like a bit of a gusty night ahead for Sydney with a cool change on the way. Right now in the city, it's still 32 degrees after that top of 40 at Observatory Hill shortly after lunchtime. We are still seeing a few storm cells on the radar, mainly north of the city at the moment. The main area of concern is around the Hunter. Warnings are in place for these zones in yellow. The storms are being generated by a humid and unstable air mass moving ahead of a trough that's currently tracking across the state from the west, with another mass of very hot air spreading across New South Wales. That strong and gusty southerly change moving along the coast tonight is expected to bring potentially damaging wind gusts to parts of the Sydney and Illawarra coast. Also a drop in temperature. We should see it dip back down into the 20s by around 8 p.m. Further north, Tropical Cyclone Jasper also continues to track towards the Queensland coast. It's currently a Category 3 system. It should weaken to a Category 2 as it approaches Cairns. Around the country tomorrow, though, in Brisbane, tops of 30 degrees forecast under partly cloudy skies, 29 and cloudy tomorrow in Canberra, 21 with a shower or two in Melbourne, rain with winds developing in Adelaide tomorrow, a sunny 31 degrees forecast over in Perth. Statewide tomorrow, we could see a few showers developing across the southeast. Still warm in the central west, though, reaching 43 degrees at Griffith, 40 tomorrow at Dubbo and at Parkes. Elsewhere, from tops of 39 degrees today, we'll see Newcastle dip back down to 27. 24 is the top tomorrow at Wollongong and at Batemans Bay. Let's zoom in now on Sydney. 30 degrees is the forecast top at Richmond, Penrith and Camden, but elsewhere daytime temperatures should generally hover in the 20s with the chance of a few showers and potentially a storm during the afternoon. On the water tomorrow, southerly winds will reach up to 35 knots early, tending north to northeasterly and easing to around 15 knots during the late afternoon. So we do have strong wind warnings in place for Sydney's enclosed waters and the coast, also further south for the waters off the Illawarra. But back in the city, 14 degrees cooler tomorrow, tops of 26 degrees expected under cloudy skies. If we look further ahead, we are expecting that heat to start building again throughout the week, reaching 33 degrees in the city on Thursday, 39 degrees again in the west, with the chance of a few showers. They are expected most likely later in the week, but looking a bit cool and cloudy across Sydney tomorrow.
Okay, thanks so much. A bit of a relief after today. Thank you, Amber. Before we go, here is a look at a special report we have coming up for you on Monday night.
The cost of living great escape.
I worked out that since we'd moved up, we'd saved $16,000.
Sydney families moving to communal estates, making massive savings on everyday costs.
I think co-housing is definitely going to be an option more and more.
Where you still work for a living, but living costs are a whole lot less. 7 News, Monday.
That is 7 News for this Saturday. We'll have updates for you throughout the evening. And Weekend Sunrise is from 7 tomorrow. I'm Angela Cox from all of the team. Thanks so much for your company. Have a great night.
Stream 7 News anytime, live and on demand on 7plus. And with 7news.com.au, you'll know the news now.